If I were to launch my YouTube channel in 2024, I would do the following. Today we will talk with you about a 7-step system that will help you start your own YouTube channel from scratch and maximize your chances of success. We use this system in our agency. We have been doing YouTube for more than 4 years, led more than 20 channels, and received their first 3 Silver YouTube Awards. These are silver buttons, rewards from YouTube for reaching the first 100,000 subscribers. So what are these principles? The first step is preparation. Preparation, it needs answers to several questions, and these questions are as follows. Who is your YouTube channel for? What problem are you solving? What does it mean? You need to understand who your target audience is. For example, you prepare applicants for admission to higher education institutions, for example, in mathematics or in other disciplines. And then you have to understand that your audience is young people in grades 10, 11 who are preparing to enter a university and they are studying a certain subject there, for example, mathematics. Perhaps your company, your organization is engaged in forest restoration and you want to bring to society the problem that forests are being cut down. This threatens an ecological disaster and it is worth telling about it. That is, you should formulate a clear problem that your channel will unpack, solve, help to understand how to do one way or another. Next, the next stage, research. Research, it is about what needs to be understood and how exactly people, other YouTube channels, other creators are already talking about this problem. Usually, what we are trying to create is already decided by people in some way. Somehow this problem is already being solved. And there are YouTube channels on your topic that are worth exploring. What should you pay attention to? It is worth paying attention to how the headings are worded in videos, especially not just in videos, but in videos that are popular in your topic. How are covers formulated? What is written on them? What question? What do they look like? What is their structure, composition? What is their design? Next, what should be understood? How long is this video? And it is super important to understand what its structure is. You can watch 5 to 7 most popular videos on this topic. Understand what their structure is, write them out, structure them, add your own and shoot your video. This will help you increase your chances of creating a video that will really get interesting to users with your unique experience, with your unique solution that you bring, and thus you increase your chance of being received, views, and subscribers. The third stage is recording. There is never enough. Enough equipment, enough time to prepare, enough other moments, good weather, good mood, enough energy, whatever. But there is such an English proverb, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can, what is laid as. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. So, do you have a smartphone? Okay, let's write to the smartphone. You will have better equipment, great, let's write already there, with better quality light, in a better studio or room, and to improve our next videos. The fourth stage is publication, release. At this stage, you need to understand what the title is. We are working on the covers, we are working on the description of the video so that it is clear what is inside. We exhibit time frames are if your video is long, for example, and you have clear steps, you need to mark up these steps on YouTube so that each of these steps participates in search results and increases the chances of being noticed among other videos. You can also add your video to a playlist that will be related to a specific topic. The next step is boosting or boosting. Creating buzz, as they say, around our video. You have already published your video, and best of all, algorithms can spot your video. And with the help of YouTube's built-in algorithms, your video will gain views. This is an ideal option when the video works precisely without any amplification. But this does not always happen. And if you have a community of people, not just your friends or close relatives, it is not worth doing if these people are not the audience for your content. That is, just views of random people, and even your loved ones, who are not the target audience for the content, should not be shown to them, because it, on the contrary, will harm. But if you have a community of people, for example, and if you shoot a topic, somehow gardening, how to grow trees, or how to grow seedlings, or how to grow tomatoes, and you have a group of people who also have a passion for it, then they should share a link to your video. Perhaps you have accounts in social networks, in others, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, where you already lead this topic, talk about it for a long time, for example, and you have a formed audience. Similarly, it is worth sharing a link to your video on other social networks. There is also an internal YouTube community post tool. These are posts, conditionally, like on Instagram, and you can also add there a link about what you created, already published your video. It might give you some new views. The sixth step is review analysis. This is an important step in understanding what we did well and what needs improvement. Here, among the many different parameters you can pay attention to, there are two worth paying attention to. The first, CTR, click-through rate. CTR is a metric that tells you what percentage of people who saw your video on YouTube clicked on your cover, on your video. How is it calculated, for example, if out of 100 people, 5 people, 100 people who saw your video on YouTube, 5 people clicked on your video and started watching, then the CTR is 5%. Usually 5% is enough. On YouTube, this is a good indicator. If the indicator is below 1% or a little more than 1%, then it is worth working on the cover to make it more attractive to your potential users. The next stage is AVD, average view duration, that is how long your video is watched. And this is where what we talked about in the previous steps comes into play when you explore videos from other creators, and you analyze the structure of the video that they have. In this way, you are helping yourself to create a structure that has already worked for users. But you fill it with your own experience, your own examples. AVD, average video duration, it's super important for YouTube to understand, okay, this video is attractive and this video is interesting to users. Right. These are two necessary criteria in order to promote your video to a larger audience and for YouTube, the YouTube algorithms to understand. Okay, we need such an audience who are interested in such a topic, and this video may be useful to them and they will watch it. The next stage, the seventh, is repetition. It is necessary to repeat. My basic recommendations are to improve one specific thing at a time. For example, you understand that the sound quality could be better. Great, we will improve the sound quality in the next video. Or for example, we can shoot in the morning when the sun gently shines in our window and the light is better and the image is better. Okay, let's use it. Maybe we can work a little better on the cover, or work on scenario, or on examples that may be useful to our audience, the audience. Consistency. YouTube is about long-term relationships, not super short-term prospects. That is, it is a marathon, not a sprint. Therefore, adjust to the fact that your videos should come out consistently. Maybe that's a pace you're comfortable with. That's one video per week? Great. Then record one video per week, but do it as regularly as possible. As experience shows, the first results, if you do everything right, can come in 3 to 4 months. Therefore, we record with patience, repeat, and work further. That's all. Good luck. See you.